to your #1 top for Dune Awakening, and we are back once again to discuss hydration and watering. Since I have done videos about how to farm, some of the best tools, check out the link above for that. But today I am going to be showing you one of the absolute best place you can get a whole bunch of water from, and also, who knows, maybe be some helpful tip as far of to put down a base if you specifically going after water and you haven't unlocked the ability to get it from corpses and whatnot, since it will be straight up getting it from flowers. So with that, let's jump on in to the guide. So to start off here, let's go ahead and discuss what we're going to need. Ideally, you need to get your hand on a site, or you can have any site of any tier. But just know when it comes to a site, the higher tier, the more water you're going to get. So be sure to craft whatever the higher one is, as well as many water bottles that you can go ahead and get your hands on here. Might it be some of the earlier ones, or maybe some of the higher tier ones, like that one here, as you can see, can hold up to 10,000 gallons. Either way, whatever you might have on you, might it be stuff you will craft or stuff you already have. Either way, make sure you have, once again, a site and add many of the water bottles as possible. So when it comes to the location we need to be heading to, we need to go ahead and head on up here to the left side of the map. We need to be on the border of Western Shield, while going into the Odham, however you pronounce that zone. Either way, we need to start right here where you can see my character. And once we are here, you will go ahead and see a whole bunch of flowers. But don't let it fool you at all of how many flowers are around. Because not only will you go ahead and gather this, but if we go ahead and follow the paths downhill, so we have all these over here, we got another 2 patches here, another one there, and then as we go down any more, we're going to go ahead and get us any more patches here on the left and right. And this is a straight shot down, so you can't miss any of these. And honestly, as we are going down there, as you can see, there is so much water to be collected here, which is the main reason I did state to make sure you have a lot of water bottles here. And of course, we will go ahead and ride this all the way down here to the edge, which you will go ahead and find here. So we're going to be going from here all the way up to here. And this is honestly one of the best places you can get at far like a straight shot, especially being so close to the deep desert here, crossing up here. So I do recommend highly, as you can see, I have my house made right up here in the corner, mainly because it's also a good place for mining. But nonetheless, you want to go ahead and make sure your house is somewhere in this area, so you can go ahead and hit up that route every single night. And one of the best things about this area is, of course, you don't got to worry about any enemies, since there is not really any bandit camps around you at all. So you don't got to worry about being jumped while trying to get your water. Also, the other thing about this is a good or bad situation, depending on how you want to look at it, which is, of course, if we go ahead and try to build us a base here, there is one problem, and of course, this is a no build zone, and this whole area with it being pretty much a tunnel. That means you cannot build any property in the tunnel, which in return does mean you gotta do a little bit of traveling depending on where you put your bait. But on the other hand, you at least don't gotta worry about other players building bases on top of it and blocking you from being able to get that water like it can be in some other areas, which kind of add to that being so great outside of course not technically being able to build here. But nonetheless, if you go down or up a little bit, there will be places that you can build, so there will at least that to keep in mind here. And there you have it, now everything you need to know about this farming bot, and hopefully you have found it useful, especially since it's a little more like mid-game farming area. And if you have found it helpful, be sure to do thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the bells below. And of course, if you do want to become like all the wonderful folk, be sure to hit that wonderful join button here on YouTube. Come on over to patreon.com/TroyMaconn, or come on over and subscribe over on twitch.tv/TroyMaconn, where I stream every single night starting around 8 p.m. Central, along my sleep schedule not screwed up, as well as streaming here on YouTube as well. But with that, let me know in the comment below if you have any other farming spot when it comes to liquid, since I know there are a handful of them gather around. So let me know in the comment below. And like always, while you're down there, I guess I will go ahead and see you in the comments.